So I think what I'm going to do tonight is rather than play my level cap characters, I'm going to get back to work on leveling up one of my alts, who's currently 145, so making progress, at least.
Would you do something for me? Hello there.
Gotta make sure I've got my VIP stuff so that I have town services, and more importantly, don't get the item wear on my gear. Okay, where did this character leave off? Okay, I need to get back to Pillar Gear and to the Armory.
How can I be of service?
Can I get here from the Stable Master? I don't remember if they've put one here or not. Yeah, that'd be too easy. Let's see if I actually gave this character travel skills or not. I did. Good. Try to remember to actually buy the travel skills when I get characters into the new regions, but it's really easy to forget. Okay, and of course it's on the wrong side.
Greetings, friend.
When your city is so big, you need multiple stables to get from point A to point B.
If it were up to me, I would have shown this woman the blade of my axe.
Yeah, Gimli. Yeah, we know.
I have 2 questions for you, my friend.
Alright, so they basically want me to play along, and
Gimli told me about the woman you met. What were her
they want me to play along and pretend that I'm a sympathizer with the agitators. So I'm going to go up to the beacon and meet one of the people who's stirring up trouble. Now I think... Don't know if I have that travel point yet. I don't know if I've taken this character that far into the zones, so we'll find out here shortly. If not, then it will be Adventures in Riding the Idiot Pony.
What can I do for you?
Some of these quests I can definitely get rid of because they're still hanging around from when I was 140. Alright, now I've got to play along with the idiots. No, I totally agree. Your bullshit revolution, absolutely, totally gonna work.
Can I help you with something?
So right now I'm still getting gear that is kind of aimed at characters who weren't geared to the gills at 140, so this quest reward is technically not as good as what I'm using right now.
If we are to advance this cause,
Plus what I have right now already has essences slotted into it, so I don't have to move anything around. That's just going to be stashed and disenchanted later. Alright, now he really wants me to read his zine. Okay, so here we get the crate of parchments that has the stupid literature he wants me to distribute through town. And they give you the option. You can actually go through and find people in town who will take these from you and read them. Like I can go try and give them to this resident over there. Or I can just burn them. We're gonna go ahead and not pass out this dude's crappy zine. Yeah. No, I totally, absolutely handed them out to the people in town. They really want you to keep doing what you're doing. No, it's totally fine. The heirs of Castamere will absolutely, without a question, rise up. They'll make Gondor great again. It'll be a thing.
You don't know anything about the lighting of this beacon, do you?
Yeah, some jerks keep lighting the beacon. So he's going to have me take the beacon oil that keeps getting left here back into town to keep it out of their hands, keep them from relighting it. And this is, of course, where it's nice if you're a hunter or a warden or some class that has, or some class or race that has a run speed boost that's always on, not just a temporary one. Anytime you have to carry something like this. Alright, so we're gonna go thunk. Set the barrel down. And we hear somebody calling our name. And it is totally sketchy, dude.
sorry I didn't meet you at the beacon. That lad Ben was sniffing around.
So he wants us to bring him a barrel of weapons outside of town. Basically, now he's moved from wanting to just light fires and pass out zines to actually armed revolution. And so I kind of love that she gives us the option of pick up either of the barrels of weapons that are hanging around here. So we can give them either the barrel of fine weapons, which is all, you know, nice looking swords and stuff, or we can give them the barrel of rusty weapons that's like pitchforks and pickaxes and crap. Yeah, we're giving you the barrel of crap, dude. I would not trust that idiot with anything actually remotely sharp. And I'm also annoyed that he is going to make me smuggle this barrel of weapons all the way outside of town and down the road. Like, dude, you have the coin. Just buy your own damn spears. It's been a while since I played this character. I want to see... Nope, I can't mine in this area. That's something I need to do at some point in time, is actually get trade skills up to the point where I can gather the ore and wood in this area on this character.
I am grateful for your assistance, my friend.
Yes, here, take this box of crap that I just gave you.
You are welcome to attend the meeting.
Alright, so now I need to go... So, yep, that'll be in Lynn here. Go attend the revolutionary meeting. These guys are absolutely 100% serious and not at all jokes.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so I need to go to the other side of town to find the house that he's telling me to go to. And meet up with the sketchy conspiracy people. But we're absolutely going to take Gondor over. It's going to be a thing. Right, here's the abandoned home, which is
You there,
a little
young
less
friend of whom
abandoned.
Mython spoke?
Yep, we're totally here not under false pretenses.
Mython is right that you could be trusted.
I can absolutely be trusted. And here's our head schmuck, who wants to take us to the meeting with the out-of-town actual serious people,
Meeting will be held downstairs.
along with his crew of idiots.
You should introduce yourself to my friends before we begin.
Yes, I will go meet the small-town yokels who really think that they're hatching a revolution. Friendly sort there. Is it true you're close to the king? Yeah, Aragorn and I are buddies. It's a thing. They'll warm up when they learn how useful you'll be to us. I hate to break it to you, I don't think that's going to happen here.
This gathering of our folk. Praise the memory of Castamere and all his heirs. Praise the heirs of Castamere.
Look, don't worry at all here. Don't be sketched out by the fact that I'm,
Ah, here is Ithiel.
bringing my archer friend along with me. It's totally
We
cool.
have some new faces.
There's no shenanigans that's going to happen here.
Who are your guests, Ithiel? Do they wish to join our ranks?
I present to you Tumuldo Fiercewater and his wife Nakasi Wave Reaper.
So those will be recurring characters throughout the story later on, or at least one of them will be.
We do. But who is this one who stands among you? Do the heirs of Castamere now ally with such as they?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm not here to cause trouble. I promise. So basically, he is not buying any of my bullshit.
Or was slain? I trust it.
And just make that one
Trusted
go
ear,
away
be
there.
silent. What news do you bring from Umbar, Tumuldo? Does Balachor's family ready an assault upon Gondor?
They do not.
No, they are not helping you out with your provincial bullshit, dude.
The heirs of Castamere no longer control Umbar. They have been overthrown.
How can this be?
This is a poor jest. Who thinks to supplant the heirs of Castamere?
No, it's because you guys are all a complete joke.
The cause has made Umbar a free city. Stand against them, and they will free your head from your shoulders.
Negasi. But my wife speaks truth to you. A new power rules in Umbar. If you aid this power, you may be spared. If not,
I have heard enough! The heirs of Castamere will not submit to more foreign rulers!
I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
Who leads this kindred of the coins?
seven there are who lead it, but they speak with the people's voice. And the people hold little love for Gondor in their hearts. We will give you time to think about our offer.
Do not think over long. The Sea Shadow grants mercy, but rarely.
Nakasi, my love. Again, she speaks truth. Still, your choice is your own.
Look, I'm going to give you the option to be an idiot and do the dumb thing. I'm going to tell you you shouldn't, but you have the option. So he's trying to figure out why they got screwed, and we're going to go...
I feel, why did you bring them to us?
we're going to go catch up upstairs.
You saw their manner of dress? I thought they were smugglers or corsairs. How was I to know they serve another master?
You guys are just not any good at this.
Coins.
So it is kind of funny that this whole, like, early bit of this story, they've been setting it up like, oh, it's going to be the heirs of Castamere who are really the ones who were kind of the antagonists, and now you guys just got cut off at the knees.
What was that? Follow me! Oh no!
And now y'all done fucked up. They don't know it yet, but they've basically just killed themselves.
I planted my sword in his back, and I would do it again! So end all who threaten the heirs of Castamere.
They were guests. They were under our protection.
Who now will protect you from me? This one?
Oh, hell no. I'm on your side, lady. These people are stupid. Are you willing to die with these folk, or will you stand with me to repay their treachery? I've been trying to get these guys basically this entire time.
Both our enemies,
So, yeah.
they must die!
Trustedy has paid. No one else die. Please, please, have mercy.
Yep, not happening. Y'all done goofed, and now you're gonna die.
Why do you say nothing? You will die for this. Castamere, guide my sword.
And there go the heirs of Castamere for this area. Alright, so we're gonna meet her out of town.
My husband and I were at sea when Balakor summoned us to join his fleet as he besieged Gondor.
So this is kind of that, like, hey, look, we briefly were okay with each other here, but we're not actually friends. So I'm gonna go back into Lynn here. Talk to the gossip monger to hear what people are talking about.
tidings have I of King Elisar? Can it be you have not already heard?
And basically get told that, yeah, Aragorn's doing his tour of the kingdom.
I have heard his traveling party will be quite large, so it will take him some time to arrive.
Okay, so next up is go to Imloth Melu.
How can I be of service?
And continue on with Aragorn's Meeting the People tour. So a lot of this is really kind of like Aragorn or King Elisar going back through Gondor and seeing like just all the places where we done fucked up earlier and the consequences of his actions as he was gathering things up to go to war.
You have returned from your mission of secrecy.
We returned to Minas Tirith and told the king what we discovered.
Okay, we go talk to Aragorn in the guardhouse and let him know that things got a bit bloody. Dude's car got a bit dinged up. And I never remember in here which of the crossings is the quickest way to get to which guardhouse. I think this is the one I want. Yeah, King should be in here.
My friend, I want to thank you for accompanying Legolas and Gimli on their scouting mission.
So basically, he's saying, "Yep, I'm gonna keep on doing the whole tour of the kingdom thing. Go check in with my bodyguard." Who is, of course, on the other side of the freaking town. Because it'd be too easy if his bodyguard was anywhere near him right now. This is strictly a go talk to this asshole quest. Now we see if I remember my way around town. So the bodyguard should be at this little overlook area here, if I remember right. Yes. And who could the bodyguard be? King Elisar's most trusted bodyguard. It's Arwen, of course.
Is it not now my kingdom also?
So this is basically where we're asking her if she's heard anything about the Song of Waves and Wind that that the ambassadors from the Kindred of the Coins were talking about or were referencing. And she says no, but another guard might, and sends us back where we just were. Please stop doing that. I hate it when you do that. And yes, I am going to keep using this Beorning as my landmark for where I need to turn. So hopefully they stay there and they're back here when I need to make the next navigation.
The Song of Waves and Wind? I confess that nothing comes at once to mind.
Okay, so she's got no idea, but we'll keep an ear out while we're doing King Elisar's Magical Mystery Tour.
Even in time of peace, Gondor is wide, and travel will take some time.
Okay, now we're going to go talk to King Elisar and get set to head off. So this is also, because this is kind of the second part of the epic storyline that is really leading into the Umbar expansion. Now we start getting these level 500 gear pieces where it actually is upgrades over the level 140 gear.
I too am concerned about the kindred of the coins.
It's almost like they're setting them up to be the antagonists of the story. Alright, so now we go talk to Arwen, who's with the healers. Because she's got something she's doing. And I know that you guys like your big, impressive architecture and all, but you couldn't have these things happening a little closer to one another? Just make it easy on me.
I was just telling the Lady Vanulos that all clouds will surely pass, even in times of grief.
So, yep, blah blah, things are always going to be fine.
The Queen and her healer, Eorith, mean well, but they can provide no healing for me.
And again, this is one of those places where we start seeing, like, these people have had bad times because of what we did when we came through this area previously.
Not all dreams have the meaning you give to them, Vanulos.
Alright, so she's going to ask me to get a bowl of water from the falls and a bowl of water from the fountain outside. Really starting to cement the water theme of this expansion. So if I remember right, the way to the falls is on this same level. I just need to go past my Beorning landmark. Who's not even there anymore. So rude. I was counting on them to tell me where I needed to turn. Gonna ride my horse right into the water and get it annoyed at me. Look at that, New World swimming. That's not the turn I wanted, was it? See, this is what happens when the Beorning goes away and I lose my landmark. The nerve of some people. Okay, Arwen, I have your water.
Ihido ininhi, akaitho hei. Oh, is this elf magic, my queen?
Okay, our work here is done. Arwen has made her feel a little bit better. Now we go back to Queen Elisar.
Arwen was able to provide some comfort to the Lady Vonyalos. I am pleased to hear it.
Alright, so now I actually have the option of getting gear that could passably do for replacing what I'm using right now. Probably not going to equip this because this is a straight up tanking piece with that critical rating, or with all that evade rating on it. The crit rating doesn't suck though, neither does the might. But I've got more might on my current piece. It's a toss-up.
Lady Vonyalos is not the only resident of Lotro who grieves the loss of Forlong.
Okay, so we're going to go to the main square of the next town, and we're continuing our magical mystery tour, seeing what the people need in each village. Actually, I think I am going to keep up doing kind of the same thing from here that I've done on other characters, which is just wear the new gear. Even though some of the stats are kind of a mix and match as to this is better and this isn't, comparatively. Apparently I got Tome of the King's Poem. Did I get that from this? Oh yeah, you get that when you finish the other part of Song of Waves and Wind. It's just a cosmetic pad, so I don't really care that much about it. And now we'll go ahead and ride out to Arnok and start doing the next stop in our Listening to the Woes of Villagers tour.
How can I be of service?
Surely everybody here is happy to see us, right?
He's the king? What's he doing here in Anarch?
He's not supposed to actually show up here.
That is King Elisar! Oh, I would know him anywhere.
Alright, so one person's happy to see the king here.
Is that the king? What is he doing here?
I love this guy's reaction. The king's here. Did we do something wrong?
What do the folk of Arnok need us to do?
And so the king sends us to pick berries. Because the people say they're hungry, so we're going to help feed them. And now, if I can help it, I'm not going to stop and fight the Avank because it's just not going to do me any good. It'll go away eventually. I am a little bit over leveled for this area, so it's really not worth my time. Just catching up on questing. And we'll still Eldon's berries.
This was my berry bush.
Yeah, but I'm cooler than you are. Alright, we'll go get the slain deer. And of course, it's Arwen who killed the deer.
I borrowed this bow from my brother Elor here. Will you return it to him?
Yes, I'll give him his bow back so that nobody knows it's the queen who's off hunting. Technically, I probably should be doing things like keeping an eye out for enemies I need to kill for the different Slayer deeds and such, but I've already got my virtues on this character in decent shape, at least, so I'm not too concerned about that. And I'll get a lot more when I start getting into the second half of the expansion. Okay, there's Elra here. Here's your bow back.
I see my sister has finished with the bow and quiver I lent to her.
Yes, she was, and she killed a deer, and you didn't think anything was going to come of it either.
In the weeks to come.
Okay, go let Baranor know what we did here.
We do appreciate the work you all have done for us. Of course we do.
It's just that the folk of Arnok are a little uncomfortable with their king doing labor. Yeah. Aragorn, you can't keep doing this, dude. You're freaking the people out.
Aye, Baranor surely speaks truth.
So this gives us a level 500 ring, which has a bunch of crit, but then wastes it with evade and vitality. But I'll replace one of the other rings with it. What are we going to replace?
Traveling party to Pelagir, but I ask that you journey first to Mlodden.
Yeah. I'll just pick one. I'll get more rings later on. Okay, so
Go with the rest of the traveling party to Pelagir, but I ask that you journey first to Mlodden.
yes, please go back to the city. We'll take care of the rest of the magical mystery tour. Stop talking to the townsfolk around here like they're people. Now for the question, do I have that travel point? Yes, I do. Okay, so we're looking for the center of Tumliden, which is down below, I think.
I cannot tell you how pleased I am that Lady Teranese has returned to Minas Tirith.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is where we greet the dwarves who they want to talk into helping do some repairs in the city. So we gotta go play nice. So we bow to the dwarf ambassador.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, dude, you are sketchy as hell.
King's own authority.
Alright, so we're gonna go meet the dwarves and survey damage around town. Yeah, basically right now we're just meeting them at the various places where there's all this debris and rubble and watching the townsfolk get angry at them. Because of course the dwarves stayed shut away while all the stuff that went down at the Battle of Pelennor Fields and everything happened. Where were you during the war? Alright, we calm down the annoying doors. Play peacemaker here.
I hope the King of Gandhar appreciates your work on his behalf, for most of his folk may not.
Yeah, dude, you're still a little slimy.
I am not surprised to hear your report.
Alright. Now we go check in with the king. So, catch a horsebacked Pelargir. Basically tell him, yeah, there's a lot of work left to do, but the dwarves are provisionally willing to help.
Hello there.
I think Pelargir Eastgate is the quickest. Okay, yep. And now I need to get all the way down to the docks. And of course, there are multiple docks here. It's not the easy one. It's the one I have to ride around and look for all the stairways to get to.
It is good to see you back, my friend. How stands the refuge of Tumladen?
Not so thrilled with you right now.
Ships that were once the pride of Gondor lie now at the bottom of the bay, or burned along the coast.
Alright, so we're going to talk to Sirgan here about repairing the ships and getting a navy back up.
Of allowing me to step down.
And before he leaves his post so he can come with us, we're going to go beat up some ruffians in town. So that he feels good about leaving the town in the hands of the guards he's leaving behind. If I was smart, I would have just taken the horse to the to the west rather than riding all the way through town. Because again, this place is fucking huge. Okay, here's my brigands. But they're also only level 140. Because this is kind of the still just post intro quests that we're getting into, so they're assuming that you're going to be coming here at 140 to 141, not 145 like I am. Okay, one more should do it. Although, what the heck, I'll get two. Package deal. And now I should be able to find Faltherin down here. Yeah, kid, it's your turn.
I do not know if I have the fortitude to follow my father as the Lord of Lebanon, but I will do my duty.
Okay, so now we need to go to the dry dock, which is still probably quicker if I ride the horse to the other side of town and go down. And this way.
What can I do for you?
The work progresses, but it progresses slowly. But I sadly admit that staring at the ships under construction will not speed up the process.
Alright, so he's saying, yes, let's go talk to the dwarves.
My husband speaks the truth. If ties of friendship are neglected, they can slip loose entirely.
You will want me along on this mission, of course.
Okay, now head up to the Dwarven City. I may or may not have gotten that travel point earlier, so might have to get whatever's closest and then ride the rest of the way there, but we'll see. Because where I need to get is, let's see, Frukazon is Rukazar is up there. So if I don't have that, then Zarastrad or Arios. We'll see.
What can I do for you?
Perfect. I did grab it before. Apparently on at least one character I had some forethought and grabbed all the travel points when I was going through the area, so points to me. Usually I am not that smart.
Welcome to Faruk Zahar, stronghold of the Timamir in the White Mountains.
And they're angry that we showed up without a gift.
We are here on a mission of friendship. We will do what custom and tradition demand.
So we go hunt some wild game because nothing says, hey, we're friendly, like showing up with dead animals that we just killed. Wait, there actually may be something to that. Never mind. And no, this is not an invitation for anybody to show up bearing dead animals. Well, at least not without prior discussion. Usually this little spot over here just on the other side of the river has plenty of things that count as game to kill. Just really loves unsummoning my archer. Oh, yep, got all bucks down here. Go ahead and grab those. And again, these are just teals because the assumption is that you're doing all of these at level 140 or 141, so I can basically just walk all over them. But this is what I get for leveling this character a little ways by doing other stuff. Alright, one more game animal and then we can go dump a pile of corpses at the door of the dwarves and call it a gesture of goodwill. I don't think I'm taking that in the way they assume that a player is going to take that. Oh, man. World chat today is just full of dad jokes. Some of these hurt. What do fish use for their lunch money? Currency. I hate to say it, but I think I'm actually going to save that one for at work in our kind of goof off chat channel. Fridays or Dad Joke Fridays.
Yes.
I might hold that one in my pocket.
However,
there are a few who would appreciate that. This dude has a swanky getup he's rocking here. So now they're making us wait as a deliberate insult that we aren't allowed to consider as an insult because diplomacy.
This is intolerable! How long do they intend to make us wait?
They intend to make us wait 20 more seconds, Gimli. It says so right there on the quest countdown. So basically, the dwarves are explicitly being dicks to us in the name of good relations. Now we get to go in. So we're going to head into the throne room. Oh, wow, that was so close to leveling. That's kind of a jerk move. Only 104k away from level. Turning that quest in, got the XP bar so far full that I can see just like a pixel of blue left. So this is definitely a departure from a lot of the dwarven stuff we've seen so far. You know, places like, Moria and Gundabad, which were very, utilitarian. Dwarves like stone and gems. These guys, even though they're kind of complete assholes, they've got nice digs.
Welcome, King Elisar, to the stronghold of Farouk Zahar.
Okay, so King basically says, all right, go do the mini diplomatic tour. So we're going to take the tour while the king and the king talk. We've been sent to the kids' table while the grown-ups talk. Okay, so we get a strange sensation of dread as we approach this door. So that's not sketchy at all. And we're being told to wander elsewhere. So yeah, that's definitely not something that would be concerning. And hey, Adrenaline JC, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. Right, so here's the armory where they're busy making weapons in the forge.
It is good to see you again.
Alright, so we did find a friendly dwarf here, but that's because we ran into him earlier in the storyline. And our last stop is going to be the kitchens, which I'm all in favor of visiting, in no small part because it actually reminds me that I am hungry. Baked a fresh loaf of bread earlier today, and it came out really good, and it's just sitting in the kitchen, and I'm trying really hard not to just eat the whole damn thing this weekend.
What has brought you to Farouk Zahar? I hope you do not think to involve us in your wars.
Nope, we're just here hoping to get you guys to come fix up some stuff. No wars, we're cool. Okay, our little mini diplomacy tour is over. No sketchy behavior whatsoever has been observed. This place is perfectly innocuous. No strange creepy door that reminds us of evil things that we've run into in the past. Now we get to go catch back up on diplomacy.
Amisar and I have come to an arrangement. During the discussion, something revealed itself to me.
And one thing that I love about this exchange here is that we know that Aragorn, King Elisar, knows the name of the Kindred of Coins, because we just had this conversation with him earlier. But he's playing the Kindred of something. What was it?
They are called the Kindred of the Coins, Elisar. But feel no shame at forgetting it.
So he's absolutely playing to this guy's ego. Like, Aragorn most of the time doesn't get the whole statesman thing so far, but that is just a masterful dick move on his part. That I think this just totally over the head of Homicide here. Okay, so this is actually a really solid pair of boots there. So we will keep on with use the new gear. Where did they go?
This messenger was named Corbin,
There they are.
and he belongs to the Kindred of the Coins.
Even though my boots are good, we'll use them, because the plan is use the new stuff as much as possible. So he's saying, yeah, there is a messenger from the Kindred of the Coins who was here, but don't go asking around about him.
We will accept your gracious offer of hospitality, Amisar.
Alright, so we're going to go do the bed down for the night thing. And meet back up in the guest chambers. Where we get to talk away from the Dwarf King. And catch up and compare notes about how totally not sketchy this place is. Oops, that is the armory. Guest chambers are this way. Yes, I have done this on a few characters at this point. But I really want to get one more character to 150.
That Homicide is lying to us.
Yeah, duh, Gimli.
Do you really think Homicide is lying to the king? Why would he risk such a dangerous deception?
Oh, K-Bar is still such an innocent at this point in the story.
I do not like this. Amisar is hiding something.
I think he would have preferred not to speak to us at the Kindred of the Coins. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go look back at the suspicious door we found, see if we can get any more details there. Oh, I'm sorry. The not at all suspicious, perfectly inconspicuous dread effect door near the throne room of the completely friendly, welcoming, and not at all sketchy dwarves. Okay, so as we approach, a nearby dwarf attracts our attention.
You are a companion of the King of Gondor. Have we met?
He's saying, like, hey, look, I got stuff to tell you, but let's not talk right here by the sketchy door of sketchiness. So we're going to go in the armory where it's loud and we won't be overheard.
When I first arrived here, the Temamir showed me a great deal of hospitality.
Yep, and then the Kindred of the Coins emissary showed up, and all of a sudden, hospitality starts drying up to anybody who's not fallen in line. It's so weird. So now we go tell Aragorn what we heard. So Aragorn, are you sure these are the people that you want to have, diplomatic talks with? I think you're starting to have second thoughts.
Angur Farwend was just here, and he told me what he said to you.
Okay, so we go check out the sketch of the ambassador. And yes, we will see this face later.
My hand shook as I drew the sketch. I may not be cut out for such an adventure as this.
You're really not, K-Bar, but it's okay.
We have no choice now, my friends. We should get as much rest as we are able.
Hey. Yep, and we know this place is sketchy. We will leave in the morning.
It is time for us to take our leave, Hamissar of Farouk Zahar. We thank you for your gracious hospitality.
I share your hopes for the future, King Elisar of Gondor.
Lots of double talk diplomacy.
Hamissar, I will remember your words.
When Aragorn says, "I will remember your words," that's not him playing nice. Alright, so our next task is to get the heck out of here and back to Oscanglebed. And there are a lot of side quests in this area, but I'm really just doing the main quest so that I can kind of keep moving on through the zones. I don't really need the XP from what ultimately would be green and teal side quests. In fact, I want to get these off of my tracker here just not to confuse the map anyplace. There's nothing like following a map direction and then realizing that it's for something that you're not actually doing at the moment. Okay, now we go meet our party here. And plot our next step.
It's terrible. Just terrible. Queen Arwen is nowhere to be found.
Oh no, the queen has run off. I am so surprised by this. So let's see, we get 2 shield choices. One is got a lot of block and tactical mitigation, and the other is block and physical mastery. So I'll just go ahead and take that. The one with the physical mastery, even though I use a two-hander, if I ever need to sword and board, I'll have something to pull out and use until I get better. Alright, so Queen Arwen has disappeared. We're going to go ask around town looking for her. Elro here's not worried. He knows she'll be fine. His basic stance is, you know my sister's kind of a badass, right? Why are you worried? And Legolas actually gives us some useful information when we ask, naming people who we might want to go talk to. So we're going to go talk to Ioreth.
I'm sorry I cannot help you.
Who is off in her own world. But the queen's actually up here by the river. So Going to take a slightly circuitous route to get there, of course. Go past where I delivered the weapons to the doomed fake revolutionary idiot, and then talk to Nikasi Wave Reaper after the failed revolution was brutally put down. No, Mr. Wolf, you're not going to catch me. And I'm not going to waste my time killing you either. I'm basically just going to try and ride past all of these guys that might aggro on me and just count on being faster than them. Because none of them are really worth killing right now. And to make this quicker, we're going to use the idiot pony. This is one of the few things that the war steeds are actually good for, is just covering long distances quickly. So long as you don't care what you run into on your way there. So the queen has gone all the way up north here. Bad wolf. Bad wolf, stay where you are. And this is going to be one of those things. Frenzied Raven. This is going to be one of the places that, again, reinforces the water theme of this expansion and introduces a pretty significant little kind of interaction with Roaming Star here. Are you going to follow me all the way here? Seriously? You're going to make me pull out the archer and kick your asses? Jeez. You should know better than this. You are level 141. You cannot win this fight. Okay.
But I hope you will heed my words, Maiden of the Gilride, and trouble yourself not overmuch.
So Queen Arwen is referring to Roaming Star here as Maiden of the Gilride. So Tolkien lore nerds, start drooling now. It's totally fine. Because that is a hint as to some of the stuff that's going to come.
Arwen has shown me the kindness of the sort I had thought vanished from the world.
Also a hint that even though she kind of looks human-ish, see, doesn't have the pointy elf ears, she's probably pretty old. And now we wait for somebody to come clomping along. Hi, Aragorn. Yes, you are not stealthy.
If I wore my ranger garb, I could have approached without making any noise. I have sent the rest of the traveling party on to Lynn here, with instructions to aid the people there.
All right, so we're gonna go basically meet Kaibar in Lynn here, and help him with the tasks he's got going on. And King Elisar, seriously, you need to stop it with the whole traveling party thing. The king isn't supposed to be the one doing this. Like, you know this. it is going to be just as fast to ride the idiot pony down there as it would be to get to a town and fast horse there. So overland it is. Oops. Rode through bandit camp. I was not paying attention. Again, the helpful thing is that I am way higher level than the stuff around me. But we'll just come into Lynn here through the other gate. I do not feel like trying to navigate this idiot horse through a place I want to be. Okay, so he is all the way down the other end. So this is kind of where Kaibar has been handed the reins of taking over the Magical Mystery Tour from King Elisar as the one who's in charge and needs to plan and figure out what we need to do at each stop.
Oh, I am glad to see you, for I am at the end of my wits.
Okay, so here we're going to find 3 people to talk to and hear their concerns, and defeat pests along the way. Still one of the quests that absolutely makes me laugh in this one when we get to the end. So this dude's concerned about the increase in pests, which is one of the things that we are explicitly going to be taking care of. So we got you, buddy. The traditional jumping at players to denote saying hello in an MMO. Even when you're mounted, jump is still the universal greeting. And yes, my archer is cooler than me and does more damage and thus pulls aggro. Really, I'm just here to support my archer, not the other way around. So her worry here is that some of her neighbors have disappeared. That I can't really help you with. There'll be more pests by the gate outside, but this is one of the things that makes this one of my favorite quests in this chunk of the expansion is this guy right here, Forcharn. He's not really worried about anything. He's just lonely. Fucking yikes. So I don't care about any of the whole war stuff or anything going on. I'm just lonely, man. If you want a relatable NPC, there's your guy. Okay, there's my 6th of 6 pests, and now I go back to Kaibar. for all of its faults and unevenness in a lot of places, and some of the questionable focuses, the Corsairs of Umbar quests, a lot of them have some absolutely hilarious little writing moments and design elements like that.
You took care of everything on the list? You're good at this, aren't you?
No, it's just that you really are not good at it yet. Okay, so now I need to go to the Grand Lighthouse. And this is the first place where it's going to be in a new zone. So all of this was previous zones that were open before the expansion. So now it's going to be stuff where I won't already have travel points unlocked for. And I also regret not having more characters at 150. I've been really slacking on leveling, which is one of the reasons why I'm trying to get this character up. Because now that it is in the evening, there are a lot of groups being put together for the featured instance. And, well, I'd love to be able to get in on those on more than just the 2 characters I ran them on earlier. So 4 more levels to go on this character, and I think my hunter is also in the same range. He's 145, I believe. Rather than beelining straight for... Actually, I think I am going to just head straight for the lighthouse first, and I'll get that other travel point when I'm headed up north into the next zone, because it's going to have me go there anyway. So I'll just pick it up then. I would do it the other way around if I was going to be doing side quests in this area, like if I was getting here just at 140. But I'm not going to be sticking around in this zone doing quests or deeds, so I might as well just swing straight through. And yes, crabs will be a major theme going forward. Lots of crab enemies. Pinchy, pinchy, pinch. All the stuff here is still in the like 141 range, so we're moving up in levels, but it's still... I'm over leveled to make questing here outside of the main quest really worth stopping and doing. So I'm gonna go grab the stable master and then come back and talk to my guy. Whoop! Don't ride off the edge, idiot pony. Stop being an idiot.
The long night has ended and the sun rises upon a peaceful kingdom.
So here's Kaibar looking up at the ruins of the lighthouse. He's like, I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Much worse than I expected.
And of course, because Kaibar is our resident artist, he drew a sketch of what it used to look like. So side by side, yeah, this place has seen better days.
Ah, thank you. The sketch is painful now, but I will keep it close.
Okay, so now he's sending us back up north and basically saying, on your way up into the next area, kill some stuff along the way. So I'm going to head and get the travel point and the little mini camp that's up here. I'll kill a wolf along the way. I think that, yeah, enemies in the Ringlow Vale, which is the next zone up north, also count for this quest, and they'll be a little bit higher level, so worth killing. I'm just going to zip along that way. We can kind of see in the distance here, this is the that's the area we're headed into, which is back up into the forest area in the Ringlow Vale. And this is just all the stuff we went through around level 95 to 105, depending on when you got there and how soon you went through some of the content. We're just doing it backwards now.
Gondor has a king again.
And man, world chat is going weird tonight. It's actually probably a good thing that I've got them blurred, because they are on fire. Okay, now I'm in the Ringlow Vale, where we get the forests. And probably I'm going to stop and I'll do the little, I think there's a bandit camp up ahead and to the right. I think somewhere around here, maybe at the bend in the road. But that'll have enemies to kill as well as a couple of little auto bestow quests I can do real quick to grab some easy XP. And yeah, definitely not going to go over all of what World Chat is on right now, but one of the current topics is the possibilities of opening a dwarf waxing facility in Middle-earth and whether that would be viable. So yeah, it's one of those nights. Right, I swear there was... Or am I thinking of a different area again? I get so much of King's Gondor mixed up because I've been here through these areas so many times in the original versions and then in King's Gondor. Oh, no, that's the logging camp there. Okay. So I might have just missed my camp, but no biggie. I'll get some spiders. They will count, and it's part of a deed anyway. Seriously, I really am just my archer's sidekick. This is kind of hilarious and sad at the same time. My archer is so much cooler than I am. couple more kills, and that'll be that. Ooh, spider right behind a tree. I totally did not even see you there. Sneaky spider. Am I missing any more spiders right next to me? No. But there's one up ahead here. That'll be my 10 out of 10. And I can go check into the next town. Okay, that is 10 out of 10 defeated enemies. Go meet Kaibar up in the next town. Let's see what he's been up to. Other than drawing sad lighthouses.
So, you're back, Kaibar. Now that Ethring doesn't need you. Your mother will weep to hear it.
Yeah, so this isn't such a triumphant return.
Kaibar left us to make his own way in the world.
It is true that I left home before war seemed certain, but...
Alright, let's see how Kaibar's returning home, like literally returning home to his house, goes. Surely that's going to go well, right?
She doesn't want to see you, Kaibar.
That went well. Alright, so his uncle ain't thrilled to see him. Go hear the concerns of the villagers. I'm sure they'll be perfectly reasonable. Stares at me with cold eyes and refuses to say anything. I mean, that's got to just be an outlier, right? Because I'm charming and shit. Stares at me suspiciously and says nothing. Surely this last one will be friendly. Nope. According to him, the best way for us to help is to leave. So, warm welcome. And Kaibar admits we should probably just get the hell out of here and go to the next town. He's starting to learn. And as good as Gondor looks, like all these areas are very well designed and all that, I kind of wish that more of this expansion was Umbar and less of it was...
The king and queen have come to Cannonbell.
Yes, you're very excited. We get it. it would have been nice if less of this expansion was the return tours through Gondor and more of it was actually in Umbar itself.
The long night has ended, and the sun rises upon a peaceful kingdom.
Yeah, I am just here to talk to excited dude in his shop. It's okay. If I remember right, it's actually quicker to just head out the one gate and back in the other rather than riding through town to get there. This has been your traffic tips with Stands in the Fire. Got a bunch of the gang all here.
If there was ever any doubt that I sell only the finest of goods, let that doubt now be dispelled. When I awoke this morning, I did not think I should be made the king's own merchant by the afternoon.
Yeah, you kind of aren't, but it's okay. Let's see. Keeping with theme, we'll replace Earring of the Dead City. And I really need to sell some of this nonsense. Okay, yep, you want to talk to the queen. But first, I need to sell some crap. All these old level 140 task items definitely need to go.
Gulengum has been promised nothing of the kind by either my husband or myself.
Yeah, but he's a businessman. He smells an opportunity.
How were your travels? Were you able to help the folk of Dor and Ernil and the Ringlow Vale?
Oh yeah, I was a huge help. Did all the side quests. You'd have been so proud of me. Just don't ask anybody what I actually accomplished, and we're good here. So we get to go to Dol Amroth next. And I believe that I have a port to Dol Amroth. So that beats the hell out of riding all the way there. Yep, I totally helped out all the people. Just don't ask for any specifics on what I did. And then we'll be good.
Let us go to speak with Prince Imrahil, my friend. It is good to see cheer restored to the Palace of the Swan. When last I was here, the mood was grim.
All right, so we get our audience with the prince, who we haven't seen in quite a while.
I introduce to the court King Elisar and Queen Arwen and their loyal companions.
I bid you welcome to Dol Amroth and the Palace of the Swan. My daughter and her friends were just leaving.
Is this a poor time? I hope we bring no interruption.
Oh, none at all, my king. Dorthaneth was a help to me when I ruled Dol Amroth while my father was away. She was a dear friend, and remains so.
So Doltraneth is this veiled elf here.
I cherish her visits, but this one was just ending. I pray you will stay a little longer, leader of the Arboreen. I had hoped to speak with you as well.
And here's where Arwen's plotting all kind of comes together.
I should not keep them waiting.
Because she's got a surprise.
The Queen asks you to stay. Surely you can heed her wish?
If you would come here, please.
Okay, so she wants me to take the bowl of water. Because remember, we've been collecting water from various places around, like river water, fountain water, etc. Like it's been a whole theme. So set the water down. And when this next part happened, the first time I saw it, I really had to go back and double check I was seeing what I was seeing.
The Gilrine, which flows out of the White Mountains.
Because this is a Tolkien lore nerd's huge what the fuck moment about to happen.
And came to sorrow.
What does she mean? This cruelty is unbecoming of you, Queen of Gondor.
I seek not to be cruel. But there are two hearts to be mended here, not just one. Will you not do your part, Nimrodel?
When she calls Dorthaneth Nimrodel,
To that name in many
and then Nimrodel says, Dorthaneth says, yeah, that is me.
Maybe so, but there is
Holy
one
crap.
opposite.
And then here's Roaming Star, who can come here because Arwen brought some of her river water with her. And where her water is, she can at least briefly appear. So, talk to... And unfortunately, this isn't voiced, but she's basically summarizing the Song of Nimrodel, where she's talking about how, an elf maid came and laid down by her river, and Roaming Star here, the maiden of the Gilrine, sang her to sleep and kept her there, not really meaning to, like it wasn't malicious, but this is what caused Nimrodel not to meet back up with Prince Amroth, and Prince Amroth dove out of his boat and tried to swim back and find her and was never seen again. Like this is, like
I don't expect you to forgive me.
one of the referenced Tolkien songs frequently.
Wanted me to speak to you of my sorrow. I think that is not cruelty.
So here's Nimrodel, or Dorthaneth as she now goes by, telling her side of that story. And that's why she's basically stuck around this whole area ever since. Like she never really went far from the bay.
I did not know. There is much sadness in the world, maiden of the Gilrine. But there is beauty, too. I do forgive you, Roaming Star, for your part in what befell. But know that of blame, yours was never the greatest share.
So we get this cool little kind of like reconciliation scene. And I was not expecting this the first time it came up. All right, that little interlude is out of the way.
These are truly days of wonder. Just a few days ago, the City Watch apprehended a man lurking outside the city.
He was dressed as one of the Corsairs of Umbar and made no apology for it, but when he named you as a friend, the Watch was forced to let him go. Now, who could that be? Who would be wandering around this particular area dressed as a Corsair that knows us? So we go check in with the guards who have been supposed to be keeping an eye on this guy. And whoops.
You have just missed the report from one of my guards concerning this man.
Right, go find the other guard who was, in theory, keeping an eye on him.
He was right here. I don't know how he gave me the slip.
Well, because he's him, and you're kind of an idiot. So, we keep looking around for J-Jax. He's not here.
Lost.
Like, we know who it is. We know it's J-Jax. He's making a goal call from over here. And there's our buddy. It's the return of J-Jax. Okay, a little mini interlude where we get J-Jax's story of what he's been up to.
I returned at last to Umbar Bat Albert.
And we play as his brother. So again, I've showed it before on other streams, but when we start getting the look into the Umbar architecture and what the city of Umbar Barhabel, good grief, that is a mouthful, looks like, it's just really cool. Like the new textures and layouts and city design is just awesome. All right, our job here is to wait for J-Jax to come back and not mess stuff up. So I'm just gonna come over here, gonna have a seat. And trouble found me. Even though I was behaving myself, you all saw it. I mean, I'm standing on the back of a chair, but okay, there we go. I see an old friend who wants to know what happened and then sees sketchy people start showing up. Points out that I should not be around here. So this is definitely showing that the kindred of the coins, this kind of goes back to what we heard Nikasi Wave Reaper and Tumuldo talking about, where the Kindred are now the people who are in charge in Umbar. It is not the heirs of Castamere. Who's your friend here? I'm nobody. It's okay. You can ignore me. And of course, because Daxamat's an idiot, he gives his name. Jajax's brother is not always the sharpest tack. And we're going to use this distraction to get the heck out of Dodge. Nobody saw me leave. Smoke bomb. Jajax is going to get me out of the city safely, and hopefully nothing comes of it. So yeah, Daxamat is kind of a tool sometimes, but he means well. Okay, now we go back and talk to the prince again. Jajax is pretty firmly convinced that we owe him a favor now.
I said to keep an eye on him, not to bring him to my court.
Yes, but you didn't specifically say don't bring him into court. So you can't blame that on me entirely.
Tidings have come to Dol Amroth from the coastline of Anfalas.
Okay, checking with the captain about what's been going on.
If you command me to speak, my prince, I will. But the pain is fresh.
Get some Jajax blustering.
Wayfield sailor, that I was not involved with the burning of his precious ship.
I still love Jajax's reasoning here. It's like, you can clearly tell it wasn't me that did it, because if I had been the one who did it, you'd be dead.
Silence! I will allow no fighting in the Palace of the Swan.
There'll be no fighting in the war room. All right, King Elisar, can you step in here?
Words, Prince Imrahil. I cannot heed the warning they contain.
The prince wants to know where I am going. That is my own concern.
Jajax does what Jajax does. And he dips.
Watch that one carefully if your paths cross again. If I cannot convince the king not to travel to Anfalas while it remains threatened,
Yeah, at the very least, prep for the journey, get supplies, don't just go running off.
I understand Prince Imrahil's concerns. Let this, then, be the compromise.
And I do kind of like the fact that it gives you two options. Your options are go through the various locations and check in, or just kill 18 things. Like, you have your choice. Do you want to check in on the various towns that we're worried about, or do you just want to murder? And let's be honest, we know the option that pretty much all of us are going to take when those are our two items. But there is one quest, and it is in, pretty sure it's in Lothkabul. So I want to see if I have that travel point unlocked or not. I don't remember if I've been through here on this character. Let us find out. If not, it's not far off of Calimbel. But it is one of my absolute favorite quests in the game, and I really try, I think I should do it on every character that comes through here, because it is amazing.
You're most welcome, my friend.
Nope, but we do have Calimbel. Okay, so we'll just keep riding out of town. Into the next little town. And we'll take the idiot pony to make it quicker, because even though it's not Rohan, the Gondor areas are still fairly big. This is probably going to be the last thing I do for the evening, but one always has to do Old Grathir's quest.
When my townsfolk and I returned to Lothkabel, the place was lousy with rodents who had grown fat off of our food stores. We brought in several cats to help control the problem, and they have done a marvelous job. I made these dried fish treats to thank them, but they do not appear to like me very much. Perhaps you could give them out on my behalf.
It's a quest to give out treats to the cats in town for being good cats. So the irate cat isn't thrilled with me. Here's the disinterested cat, who does not acknowledge me. By not acknowledging you, this cat offers wisdom. Do with that what you will. The friendly cat purrs and comes and rubs up against your leg. And then the self-satisfied cat accepts the treat as its due payment, as it should.
Thank you. Oh, how I wish those cats liked me. Their fur looks so soft and fluffy.
I just love the fact that this particular quest is so silly and also is one that is basically fully voice acted. Somebody at Standing Stone Games knew what they were doing with this one. Okay, let's find the stable master here. I think it is further into town. I think there's a stable master here. I don't want to leave without getting it. Yep, there we are. Always, always get the stable master. Alright, so that is going to be where I end. But I know that, at least as of a little bit ago, Bloodborne was streaming, and it looks like he is still live. So, I'm gonna head over there, because Blood is one of the OGs. And go say hi.